Hello, everybody. It's Abby Cooper, and wait for it. Keep waiting. There he is. Lewis Cooper! Coming at you once again from our upstairs office. First things first, who wants to admire my shirt? Isn't this so nerdy and fantastic? If you don't know what an ISBN is, BT Dubs, look it up. Life-changing stuff. It's great. Yeah, ISBNs. Woo! All right. So today I want to talk about first drafts and new book ideas and actually starting to write a thing. So I'm actually trying something totally new that I've never allowed myself to do before. Okay. And what I am doing is called thinking. I should specify. In general, like in life, I think quite a bit. In fact, some would argue that I think too much. But when it comes to writing books, I usually don't let myself actually take a second and think about stuff. Sure, I know my character, I know the main plot or like the magical realism element. I know the theme oftentimes before I start writing, but that's really it. Then I usually just kind of go. And that works for me to an extent. Usually I get a first draft pretty quickly, but usually that first draft needs quite a bit of revision because while I might have a main character and some magic, I don't really have much else. I don't really have like the details that really make those characters and those problems and those magical things really shine, really be what they could potentially be. So I recently got an idea for a new book. It came to me as I was getting out of the shower. That's just, I don't know, just happens. Gotta go with it. And normally when that happens, I would just start writing, which is fine. If that's how you do things, go you. But this time I want to try something different because I'm always kind of challenging myself to try new things. And because you never know, maybe something new I try will work better for me than something I've done in the past. So this time, instead of just going, I was like, hey, self, let's actually think about this idea and maybe like jot down some notes. So I'm using this beautiful new notebook. Look at that. And it's a cool texture too. Just trust me. I got it on sale, which is even better. And I just love it. So I think that's step one of this. If you're going to try like the thinking stage, is get a notebook that you're obsessed with. Because I just want to hang out with it all the time. So, yeah, instead of just writing, I actually wrote down my idea. And it's been really cool because just gradually over the last few days, I've sort of, like I'm doing my regular life. Lewis and I are going for walks, hanging out, wearing nerdy t-shirts. But I'm also in the back of my mind kind of thinking about this idea, thinking about the characters, and it's sort of growing. Festering, if you will, but in a good way. Festering sounds bad, doesn't it? Like in a good fester. And it's really cool. So I started off just with this general idea, like here's what I want this book to be about. Over the last few days, I have gradually added, like, here's who I envision as a character, and here's maybe where I want this to take place. And, the other day, I don't want to spoil anything in case this becomes a thing, but the other day I thought of something and I was like, but is that realistic? And I did a little research yesterday and it is realistic. And I think that might be a really cool setting for the story. And so each day I'm kind of just adding on little details about characters or setting or things that just come to me. I actually also have been setting aside a little bit of time to just sit and think and have this notebook in front of me. And it's kind of amazing, the pages I've filled up just doing that. And so this is kind of fun. I get sort of antsy doing this kind of thing because in my brain's going like, this is not productive, you should be writing your book. But this is actually, I think, really productive. Because when I actually do start writing this book, I'm going to go into it knowing a lot more than I usually do. And so I think kind of taking this time ahead of the writing to just come up with some more details I think in the long run, that's going to help me. And I think the first draft that I make, we don't know for sure yet, stay tuned, but I really think my first draft of this book is going to be a lot stronger than any first draft I've ever written. Now, first drafts, of course, don't need to be amazing or even good. They just need to exist, because then they give you something to work with. But, you know, if you can give yourself something good to work with or something like that makes sense to work with, I think you should do that, you know? Why not? Give it some more time and thought. So, you know, this is something I think a lot of writers already do, but it's new to me and I'm enjoying it, and I'm excited to see where it takes me. In the comments below, feel free to share kind of your process for first drafts. Do you just go? Do you outline in detail? Do you have a thinking notebook? Is it as amazing as this thinking notebook? Look at it, it's just so cool. So cool. Okay, but yeah, I'm curious to know kind of how other people go about this, and stay tuned because I will let you know my progress as I finish thinking and then move into the writing stage. We will see how it goes. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. And I will see you next time. Happy reading and writing. Bye.